today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to... lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And some room to work. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a handoff, Henderson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They'll run on first down. It's McKinney, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
So, partner, you know, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Jones. He's got Smith here. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And complete to the former Charger, Hunter Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there for the Patriots.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
On first down, McKinney. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw. Jones. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Defense. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll check this one down to Michelle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some room to maneuver. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
You know, has to be really happy after that play? The offensive line. To be able to create space in that situation when everything's jammed in and everyone knows you're going to run it, that's a big-time play.
Yeah, because you're probably just thinking, hey, let's get to the 4 or 5 and get some breathing room, right?
That's all you're asking for. That's all your punter's asking for. Instead, he's not necessary now.
Jones' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Herbert on 1st down now. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On the handoff, Henderson. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the 1st as he's dropped at the 46. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A quick slant to Hill. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Jones airing it out deep for Smith. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, he'll drop to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Josh Rosen with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Alvin Kamara, 76 yards on the ground. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Here's Robinson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 96 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he gets it down to the 32.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones, flush to his right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it is now 21-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert now. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now Hill to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Patriots take over. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Looking to throw. Jones got the connection here to Bourne. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Jones now on 1st down. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The LA offense ready for this next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st and 10, Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Herbert back to the air. Short throw to Disley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 14. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To the air again, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will
will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Well, the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there for the Patriots. Now Jones throwing on first down. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Placement. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guy.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Herbert. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Patriots, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.